Yeah, and both of them have picked up a Viper as well, which is something we don't normally see. An aggressive start, though. Gambit looking to try and take some of that control away, get a little bit up in the faces of their opponents. And it looks like a lot of these pictures are very, very backwards. That is not Bone Cold. He's not wearing the Gambit colors, but he is going to find himself an opening pick.
Takes a stance up on top, pop down some smokes for his teammates, and now he's a duelist looking to take some fights, but Nats takes him down right away. Turning around to watch the flank. Such good play by Nats, but his teammates are still stuck in spawn. They can't get out and they need some help. The man himself comes jumping out of hookah window, and it's the distraction they need. Shados mowing them down, and the first round will in fact go to Gambit. It connected. There's just too many players there who weren't blinded up on different angles, ready to swing out and help their teammates. Good start from Acend, and a good follow-up, taking down the re-aggression from Redguard, dodging the flashes. And although Defo gets one, that is little consolation. For the bonus round that it is on Gambit, they really want to be walking out of this with 3 kills if they're feeling happy, just to make it costly for Acend and make sure that with reinvestment in the next round, that they wouldn't have the ability to play.
And for now, at least, again, it's looking like there's going to be some early control battled for by the defensive side. In fact, they're pushing both sides of the map. They want both orbs, and you know what? I think they're going to get them.
Was that prepared? I mean, it feels like on some level they're used to that from Starzo, that position, or at least over on the Sen side. Losing a player that early on, getting traded out, then after they needed someone to step it up, and it looks like kyedae is the man to do it. The A side is now theirs.
And it's going to be won by Redguard. Now they just have to try and clear out the remaining couple of laps, and you know what? Nats is going to get both. They almost tried to play that within a crossfire, but it just doesn't work out for Acend of the poison orb. But they've got the control. The only thing they don't know is Nats. He's hiding, a snake in the grass. They're going to have his teammates break the wall for him so he can keep this control. It seems like Bone Cold was trying to check for it, but now Shados, he's got a showstopper of his own.
No way, man. The blind comes in exactly as the showstopper goes up in the air to take the kill. This is disgusting. Gambit are just running all over them. There's no space for Acend. Where can they go? Starzo's watching the back. He tries to make it to sight, and he can only get a glimpse.
They're going to play a little bit further back from Hookah. Maybe he can get Redguard. I'd be surprised if he gets anything more.
Tom, you know my opinions about Judge on attack.
Oh,
I absolutely love it. You know, especially in the Rays, get those blast pack plays in the backside, and I almost wish that the push didn't come in just so we'd see it. But with Redguard down, that's a weapon to be retrieved, and obviously now the Judge shouldn't really be in play, but Zeke is just, he's going at it. He is really just sending it with that Judge. Eventually
takes in through that angle, so it basically funnels the remaining players straight through their own spawn, and they've got everything locked. The only problem was Nats, but realistically, how much are they going to be able to do with this amount of time?
Not a whole lot, you would imagine. At this point for Acend, you know, you just want to drop these rifles, but they're starting to make some serious space. Nats taking down kyedae. Spike going to be stuck at least halfway. Zeke making his way through the wall, gets caught, but it won't be defused just yet. The time now running very, very low. They've got to get on it. It's already done. The molly lands right on Defo just in time.
Getting rid of him is going to be very difficult. I love the guy, fantastic player, but he just seems to be unkillable.
kyedae, he got pushed in the smoke as he goes to trade his teammate. Chronicle's already right up on him. Great response. You see that ult go down. You want to get in it, get ahead of that Viper on the other team. And now this early attack towards B, they know that there is that Sky close on long, and they're going to deal with it right away. Zeke just diving right in, but gets taken down. Not finding the space, they'll continue forward. The flash faked out by Starzo as he drops in with the classic. Bone Cold's already taken Redguard. Seekers to secure the site, and they know now, hey, that Sky is still pretty close. Hunter's Fury to try and delay this a little bit longer. Not able to find much. That's a great tag, and he took Defo down. I was just looking at the red, guys. Oh god, that's so terrible. Two-man advantage for Acend. This is an eco. This is a light buy. Acend are saving money for the next round. Oh, that's been a full kill. What's going on right now? Gambit, that might be the lifeline they need to try and get back into this. They're still against weak weapons. There's a Judge in the hands of Bone Cold, but that might be a much more scary thing than a Vandal or a Phantom as they look to push out of this smoke, and there it is. The Judge tearing apart Shados. The trade's in instantly, and that is about as clean as can be from Acend, considering the round that was in it, Tom. This never should have happened.
I can't top that. He just good. Like, I'm pretty sure Defo just backs into it, but just sat in this ratty little angle, waiting patiently for the push to come in. Oh no, he's caught Sened. He looked like he was about to back away. The spike is actually right in front of him, but Bone Cold lands the headshot. So integral, but they're trying to isolate the spike, and that's exactly what they've done.
They're taking them all down. Look at this, one by one they go in, and kyedae is making easy work of them. They hadn't even spotted Defo tucked away in the corner. This is a competitive half, that's for damn sure. Not elsewhere. That B fake has worked. Look, there's only one player trapped inside of lamps, and Redguard doesn't really have a choice here but to take this fight. He's good for one. The trade quickly in, and the plan secured. Acend. Oh, that's a shock dart. 4 versus 3. Good post plant utility to play with. This should be their round.
Oh, that flash was gorgeous from Starzo. Both players trying to rotate in as blind as...
They've crept through, man. Look at this with the wall. They're all the way in towards the spawn. Bone Cold has a fight on his hands. The Sheriff, even gets a second kill. Okay, considering the fact that he had the worst weapon on the team, and there's a showstopper.
Right up to 100. And well, already, showstopper could be about to make things a little bit more awkward. They were going to peek into it. He was ready for that, Mitch.
Oh, he absolutely was. Starzo's got it all to do now. 1v3, and already picked it down to a 1 versus 1 on the backside. This is a man that aced the previous round, now looking to do so much more for Acend. Up on top of the tube, not spotting. He'll drop on this, and now knows the player's in spawn, trying to bait him out into open combat, but time is so low. He has to plant, he has to stick it or go for the fight. All 4 kills for Starzo. That is 6-6 at the halftime. A celebration we see in his player cam, and
so incredibly low.
Well, they're pushing them down. They're trying to go for the classic jump peaks with the right clicks coming in, and it's working for Sentinels. Oh my! Nats alone, 1 versus 3. He has that poison orb to help him on a fight in through hookah, but they have plenty of time. They're just going to run this down as the toxins slowly deplete. Eventually, the walls and orbs fall. Here they come. Spotted him on the backside. He's into the smoke, but CNET is waiting, and the right clicks to him.
They're born with these pistols in hands. It's only after a few years of playing that they're allowed to upgrade to the rifles. That's just the rules of living out. That's one of the reasons I moved to Ukraine, hoping it would increase my aim. It didn't. I still suck, but maybe less than before. Who knows? Just pushing behind them with the judge, and they know exactly where they're going at this point. It might as well be scripted, written down exactly for all the world to see, because CNED's now in the perfect spot. This is the bonus round. This shouldn't even be close. This is one we expect Gambit to win, and it's falling apart. Running out of time. Switch over to that judge, and now it's left all onto Redguard to try and find 2 kills in 10 seconds, because he is not getting a plant.
He's not getting the kills either, Tom. I mean, in fairness to Redguard.
Pistols in this one once again. These slow rounds so far have not been working out for Gambit, and as said, like, a lot of teams have been able to bite them when it comes to this sort of setup. Playing down that time, a lot of utility available for Acend as well to slow them down. We know how long a brimstone smoke can last, but for now,
if you just go charging in, but, well, the ladder isn't showing too much reward, as you said, Tom. Starzo's even going to just creep away from that reveal. Bone Cold on the peak for 4. Give him the ace. Yeah, give him the ace. It's only against an eco. Hookah, so deep. Look where it goes. It goes all the way around towards their spawns. You can even use that to push up. That's big brain. That's not what I've seen before.
Deformed Pac-Man. Like, it's gone a little bit wrong, but yeah, he's chewing up half of the map. I'm not sure I've seen a bigger ult than that. It's not going to matter too much though, because even though they've got half of it locked down, the other half is being taken away from them. Nats with the triple. Already the flank coming through, but at this stage they should be expecting Starzo to be there.
And Nats has his own little Viper's Pit now after that play. kyedae just loses his over towards the B side. He's fully made that rotate into A. Nice shot by Starzo, but he's going to be all alone and an ace clutch needed. Hey, he's done it already. He's found an ace before, but this time he will be denied. The weapons in the hands of Gambit certainly work.
Yeah, the Nats again looks like he's trying to push and probe mid-A, and kyedae doing the same into hookah. But Bone Cold, he's been on today. I think that's his 20th kill of the map already.
Oh, not too shabby.
I've got your trail.
The ace that we saw before, the orbital strike online, but hey, Gambit, they're a man down already. Those ultis might not be necessary. Unless they want to fight through the Viper's pit, of course, because it's now being erected by Nats, and they're going to look to take some fights together. Orbital Strike pushes them out of position. Spike is down on the floor. Still haven't managed to deal with that Viper, but it looks like they're about to catch Redgar out in the open. And Starso turns to take Nats. How did he do that, Tom? Unfortunate for Chronicle, he wanted to get that tag in and try to follow up. No, they don't. They don't know he's going up behind them. I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
They would have thought they would have read that one, but Chronicle now alone had the ult, but, well, it's not going to connect, is it? 12-7.
They just haven't really been able to cope. Their attack has not looked particularly good. They let things slip when it came to their defense, and, oh, Zeke, oh, see you later. You might have a showstopper of your own, but Shadows is going to blast through. Starzo, though, oh, I thought for a moment he might be able to get a couple, but I think Nat's got that kill while blind.
But look who's right behind them. There's two players, in fact, flanking it in. CNED takes the first, and here's Bone Cold swinging out for more. They've spotted Redgar in the corner, and he's quickly dispatched, leaving Chronicle all alone. That Hunter's Fury not likely to be used here as Zeke gets rezzed up. Kyedae going for the fight up close. He's the last man alive, but he just about gets it done. 13-7 as we close out map number 1, and Acend look dominant. This series will be qualified for Masters Berlin. A lot on the line as we get into the pistol.
Yeah, this map is the best map for Gambit. This is one that they've lost once since February, and one that they play regularly. A 41-4 record, absolutely absurd, but they are up against CNED, and he's already managed to find a couple of heads to at least kick things off. They've got a lot of space, though. Already deep control in towards B, but there's actually no one there for the defense. They just don't know that yet, and the Spike actually still has to cross, but Shadows gets the timing perfect.
He will have spotted CNED there, at least on the mini-map as well. All three players are on the back side, and, well, it's going to be hard to take those duels. That's nasty, man.
Yeah, you almost have to jump into the angle, which is just not a fight you're really going to win. The only thing that's there, maybe some shock darts can be thrown into the back corner to try and force them out of position. They now know exactly where every single member of this squad is, and you know what? CNED's already got his third kill of the round. It's starting to get a bit dangerous, but Redgar is there to close. Gambit, again, through mid, because they don't have the time to actually go all the way back around, which just means they're going to have to face straight into Bone Cold, and he still has his paranoia online. He's not going to use it, though. In fact, he just gets traded out almost instantly. It leaves CNED on his own, and with the operator here, it could actually be a bit of a problem of him being overwhelmed. In fact, he misses the first shot. Luckily, Killers is alongside him, and the second flick is lightning fast. Nats will get two, but he should be dead as he attempts to plant this. Almost needs to go for the kills, and he runs out of bullets as he goes spraying into the head of Starzo.
2 months, but that game versus G2 really did not look good. And with Gambit feeling so comfortable here, they're definitely not going to be scared about, you know, losing that one round to the rifles of Acend, and already.
So it's almost like you're trying to beat Gambit at the game they want to play. Now, Acend definitely have the players to do that. Unfortunately, thus far, it's not exactly going great. Killers goes down very early. CNED now basically has to kill everyone. He is going to manage to catch Defo as he flies above and fall back to the site at least, but 4 players potentially pushing onto him, he would need to pull off a miracle.
Paranoia just got used to pull him off the angle if he was still peeking long. They're trying to flank. The bullets aren't connecting. CNED is going to go through the smoke and take Nats down. He's back out for more. 3 kills on the board for CNED, and a round that looked certain to be in the hands of Gambit when the timer ticked away now is contested. CNED even has the ultimate to play with. No updrafts or dashes, which is going to be a little bit hampering. He's getting a heal up. The wall is broken. They know both players are up above. At least they should do. Those slows landing, stopping Shados from really repositioning the recon to slow them down that little bit as CNED takes the operator back out. He clears the angle. A 4th kill. The ace not quite going to be there because Starzo comes in. Find the first fight, and it may well do. CNED is going out on middle. The blades don't land, but CNED's shot does. God, he's so damn good.
I feel like if there's ever agent bans, Jet is going to be instant anytime anyone ever plays Acend. Like, you're not even going to care what the map is. Even if it's one where he might not play it, like Vine, you still might just ban it just for the sake of it, because you don't want this happening to you. Just styling on players that are moving at the speed of sound. But like, the whole problem we have with the knives is like, yeah, players can actually run and basically sprint at full speed. and they're absolutely fine, like hitting all of those knives. And Cened's like, oh, you want to run? I'm done.
They're still going to end up, unfortunately, it's Redguard that ends up with the Spectre. They nearly lose a player. Sened is staying aggressive, and he's got one through the smoke. Caught on the way back, though. Defo picks up a double, now on the site, really trying to hunt down Zeke, who's just on 1 HP. 2, but, you know, close enough. HP in the 2s, Tom. This is Acend. Having a pretty tough time to retake on this one. The res almost online for Starzo, though, Tom. If he can just manage to find a kill, these numbers could equalize up, well, swing in their favor very quickly.
Oh, the spam through. It has to get him eventually. The 3 players assisting and Shados in the back lines to close things out for a 4th. I think we've just seen the other side of the other times he'll double entry into the site and basically win them the round. And that's exactly what they need him to be doing in a lot of these rounds. It makes it incredibly hard to play against them. Sure, Sened somehow still manages to get a kill, but...
Role in this team. Go forward, try to find some openings. Or you're taking the 50-50s, oftentimes disadvantageous fights by dashing forward. Oh, kyedae wants to get up on that, but he can't get anything done. They now know that Zeke is up close too, so swinging on that would basically be suicide. He might just go for it anyways. Looks like Zeke is keen to take a duel. Sened elsewhere picks up a frag, steps her towards the B site. They know that this is going to be a B hit at this point. The cage behind Zeke won't actually cover him. He's still up close, and they didn't suspect it. A double for Zeke, and into 3. And what a way to lose the round. Gambit have got to be kicking themselves, Tom.
A slip up, especially, I guess they knew he was around that area, especially like after scanning him, but I guess they were expecting the play to be a fallback to the site. The thing is, with how, well, Acend have almost...
Ridiculous how good they are at Acend.
Yeah, they have a 91% win rate over 45 maps. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Killers, though. Oh, this is what we want to see from the Rain. The double kill actually coming in off the back of the Hunter's Fury, and, well, this round is done. There's 20 seconds for Nats, and...
Oh, he blinked. He blinked.
10 seconds left.
You know, I was starting to get Sened vibes off it. Oh! Well, that's a little cherry on top for the round. I'll take that one. He's going to go out for a little more. Shame. It was dominant. And that can fill you with a little bit more faith, but we want to see that kind of 7-5, 6-6 scoreline, and it's not looking too likely as the kills just keep on going Ascend's way. Oh, I love this play! It's an anime fight in Spawn! Dashes, updrafts, and knives, but it's Sened that falls. Defo with a spectacular push, and Chronicle does well to extend this into, well, not an advantage per se, but with the control that they have, perhaps it is. The B side about to be crunched in on kyedae, late to the fight coming in on that A rotate, but you've still got Bone Cold and Zeke holding down this site. Ready and waiting, Defo quickly eliminates one, dashes to site to support his teammate, who's already made quick work of Zeke. The plant in, kyedae has to clutch.
Spike planted.
A single kill here, and well, that Empress becomes ever more deadly. The ability to turn invisible, to disappear to your opponent's eye, and he's a little bit wary of the flank behind. There is that first kill. Now he can look to try and clear out, get a little bit of extra information. Now you do have the knives available for Defo and an operator as well. Not gonna get anything more. The Empress actually faded as well, so he's not gonna have that advantage anymore. The tags getting Defo ever low. It comes down to the 1 versus 1. The classic can do it, but it's the right click from the knives. Still a whole lot to do. 3 players actually around mid as well. This is a fairly good read coming in from Acend. They have the knowledge of the likelihood of where they'll push, but it's just an entry frag with the operator just swinging into angles. Starzo will at least find the trade. He's still alive and kicking. He's got the res available to him as well to bring this back into a 4v4. In the meantime, though, the B site now being pressured as well.
Oh, Chronicle's already out. They walk right into him, but Zeke, Odin in hand, is shredding them. Defo left alone on 50 HP. A hero he has certainly been. Has to reload that operator and find 2 more kills. 30 seconds on the clock. Spike down shot. Not quite gonna get the kill for him here. He's down to the Bulldog. He's running out of ammo. The pistol comes out to break the door, and the operator, oh, he connected that shot. Tom, imagine for a second Incredible. Hell, if that Bulldog has slightly more ammo, I'm believing in it already.
Well, that doesn't happen. just swinging around with an Odin, like, you know, there's plenty of stuff that could have gone wrong. Not having the res, another one. But Ned versus tenz, it's something that everybody wants to witness at this point. But they still have to get through Gambit, and that is not an easy task. Killers, though, this might be where he's able to thrive. Moving on to that attacking side, that entry fragger roll, just looking to run straight through all the utility, closing the door. Redgar actually gets a kill there, and Chronicle finds another. That's not bad for Gambit.
Looks like a more passive stance is going to be taken. The wall about to be broken. Starzo ready to punish any who step close, and the right click deals with them. Perfect positioning. Nats above, looking to sneak out as a distraction is made by Shados, but there's so many players here. They have the manpower to watch it. It doesn't matter. Nats gets it done. Smoke down. Players behind it. Nats with another, and it leaves it all onto Bone Cold, who's quickly dealt with. That is a gorgeous retake, and Gambit claimed the pistol to put it 7-6 and possibly equalize things up. Natal
gets that kill where he drops down, because that must have been an insta shot.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, I think it was a spam because the smoke had already well bloomed by the time he shot. Maybe he saw the feet, but my guess is it was just straight through the smoke. That's Spectre. Oh, it's Farmville. Redgar and Nats, they even get the spike. Another one way going to be chucked up above. And, well, Acend don't have a great chance at this one. And Tom, it's not exactly the eco that we often expect out of these second rounds. You know, Acend decided to force buy. They wanted to answer back the Gambit right away, and well, the remaining Spectres don't stand the best of chances.
One enemy remaining.
No, especially considering they're isolated as well. So that these double man pushes coming through. Kill will come through for Starzo, but as you said, it's not a normal round, so we're not going to give it the same parameters. Like normally, if you're looking at some classics, a kill or two is really not too bad. But what's his setup? And now he has the support of that rifle. We're going to see the initial Leers going through, trying to deny some space. They know that Nats is here, or should have a decent idea, but the crossfire of him and Redgar have actually managed to hold on. He's lurking within the smokes that Jet has thrown down, and finally we start to see trades come in. It's Bone Cold waking up to the table, and the res is going to turn this round on his head.
Time is so low, though. That plant has to be found, and if they have any way of delaying it, that would stop the round here and now. It looks like it goes comfortably down, and the flank up by Starzo finishes it. Okay. Little does he know.
I don't know. I think it's Viper's Pit when you use it.
No, listen, Tom. We want to bring ourselves into it. That's just fine. The wall's about to go up. Look, these guys have got a nice angle on the site. Shados needs to be ready for it, and that he is. Even catching them on the TP to site. Spike down. They know it's commitment, and Shados keeps on fragging. 3 on the board, leaving CNED to do it alone. 1 versus 3. He fake plants, but nobody bites. They are playing this nice and passive. They're giving him the space, and hey, you know what? We'll retake as a 3-man. That's no problem. He's tagged up. He's trapped on the backside, and they are rushing him down. Defo. You hear that rumble of the Odin. You do not want to push B main, but it looks like Acend have a different interpretation. They're inviting themselves in, and
he got both.
Collapse them. Well, that has put an end to the sneaky play in B main. Looks like Zeke is waiting here for an angle, but Shados takes him, and it's your fault.
Heard for a reliable source. No, not at all. Not at all. They still have CNED's Bladestorm, but other than that, absolutely nothing. Killers goes down. He's been having a bit of a rough time. As said, like, picking up the Reyna here, especially on the defensive side.
This is again where someone brings up the flag. Dirk is not from CIS. Gonna be raging later. CNED. He's actually got him. The rivalry between himself and Defo reddened in this round in his favor. Acend have lost Killers, and Redgar makes this so costly. Starzo, CNED, and even Bone Cold. Redgar's looking for the ace, and it's only Zeke to stop him. A devastating blow to this Acend side as a clutch is needed, but he might just be on for it. Chronicle drop shotting with an Odin is what separates Gambit. Oh no, that's... You have to do him like that. CNED's in. He's right bunny hopping into sight. There's a confidence on this guy. Give him a pistol, and he's a madman. Bone Cold Starzo already down. Redgar's dropping down for more. Farming up that very valuable ultimate. As Nats, well, he'll try to deal with CNED. Oh, God, there was a second where I got very, very scared. Sadly, we won't get to see it in action this time around. Acend have shifted focus, moving towards this A side as Gambit hold down with Redgar.
Oh!
This time getting caught. Out comes Reyna, revealing the information, giving it to a teammate, and Bone Cold shuts down Defo. Then tries to kill his teammate who gave him the information. You know, Bone Cold, I didn't.
And in terms of finances, they're not in a bad spot. On the other side, though, hey, if they can get rid of all of this remaining weaponry, there's actually a chance that maybe there'll be an eco at some point.
Redgar, he's managed to TP up back. He's hearing the steps. He knows they're close, but they know he's here. It doesn't seem to matter. He still manages to connect onto Starzo, and the numbers remain even. Oh, nice shot by CNED, but the knives aren't able to connect afterwards. It's damage, and it's scaring shahzam. He's waiting for his buddy, his teammate, to come on in. The cam not quite getting CNED out of the way, but knives still to play with. An aggressive playstyle is expected. He switched up to the right side and the collateral to close out the round of 4K for CNED.
Thrown very early on, potentially trying to pull a rotation or two or trying to get someone to peek into the angle, but Starzo, he's looking to fight, looking to brawl. Now, they are going into what is a lot of the utility. Now, there's always a cam above. This is the thing you have to check when you're up against Nats. He's just waiting and watching. He knows the players are coming through. The tag there as well. Even though he's paranoid, he can still find the kill, but doesn't actually get anything. Defo, though, has already managed to pick off one. The Hunter's Fury will surely find another. It's looking like the beginning of the end. A 5 versus 3 as they need to fight this back.
The push through the smoke by Zeke. It was a glimmer of hope, but Chronicle is quick to shut it down, and kyedae is revealed by, I think, every piece of utility. 13 to 10. Gambit, they will stay alive here in the upper semifinal. Off of it. He's going to try to use his low health to his advantage, playing that sneaky little corner, bait for his teammates, potentially go down or trade out afterwards. I thought he had a gap in that wall. It looked like it, but it's safe. It's secure. He's got up above, and Chronicle's got one. Healing up, almost takes down the planter, isolates him, and allows his teammates to follow up on it. Further pushed by Redgar, lights up CNED, and he's all alone to clutch this out. 3 on the board already, though. Nats and shahzam remain. They still have to defuse. His HP is desperately low. And both of these players have shields to work with, so it is easy peasy. Although it did get a little scary for a second. Gambit will walk away with the pistol. We've seen it many times before. Element, the one that spearheaded, made it a staple of the A site defense. The solo Reyna, he's still going aggressive. No shot landed, which means he can't escape. And Defo even gets shut down up above. This leaves the site into Ascend's control. A very tough retake for Gambit, considering the weaponry they have and the utility as well. They even had to use shahzam's wall right at the start of the round because kyedae had revealed him in the close corner. And that means that they can't even afford to kind of block off these angles a little later.
It's about as awkward as a position as it could get for Zeke. He's just farming, padding those stats. That we saw at the beginning when talking about X factors for this squad. And I know that we sort of mentioned that you normally lean towards Defo.
They're right to be. That wall isn't down. Defo gets away with murder. He's going to destroy that drone, hopefully, before they can spot the Reyna. And I'm not sure if they will have seen him. They definitely did now. And again, no escape for Chronicle. Defo does well to trade it back, but the site is being overrun. shahzam is in. He's running in to try and take a fight. That is a brave play when the rest of his team is locked out by a wall, but he's made it out unscathed.
Oh, that's exactly what I was talking about. The man is just disrespectful. He doesn't care. He normally finds a lot of impact from that position as well, but this time it's not really been necessary so far. CNED homed in on the angle. Counter operator on the other side, but in fact, Redgar's taken that away to allow Defo to try and gain some more space with him. Starzo is going to turn it into a 3v3, try and go for a little bit more, but Defo's still going strong. His 3rd kill of the round already. Nice shot from CNED, and now we're going to see the Blade Storm on either side, but this time Defo will come out on top. It's Gambit to nail their 3rd round. Heavy amount of it. To get CNED another operator. They are looking like they'll get themselves an afterplant. The spam coming through, wall being broken, and Nats is actually going to deny that altogether, even putting down a snakebite to make sure they can't retrieve it instantly, and actually starts pushing into his own, taking a little bit of damage, and Zeke just goes straight through it, has to dismiss to get out of there as well. A 4v4 that maybe never should have been. and they've retrieved the spike once again and start to take this into their own hands.
Oh my. A great recon by kyedae has really set them up for that. It just left Nats with nowhere to hide, nowhere to go to try and dance through his own utility to towards the site. There's still a lot of time on that clock, and there's players pretty close. Zeke spotted on the corner. Good shot by Defo. Still trying to stay alive, and he connects a beauty onto kyedae. Sitting down patiently, knowing there's another player towards the pipes, the spam coming in, and the shot doesn't land this time around.
I'd love to see Vision Strikers do incredibly well, but for now, we've not lost all hope. Don't worry, we still believe in EMEA. And these are the two teams, I think, happy to... Oh yeah, it'd be mad if he just shot through it. He's gonna get a kill anyway. Surely not. Surely not! He goes into the smoke! Most people retreat! Not this man! Defo goes forward into his own cloudburst and direction. Chronicle, realistically, if he can get one, he can get out of there. Chances of that could be slim, though, as I feel like they're going to expect him at this point, and they do! He does, however, get the kill, but he can't escape!
Oh man, that was a damn good attempt. Staying alive up top. Acend rushing over to the side to get this plant in. Shadows could deny it. He's spraying away. Gets there, but not in time still. Can't even get the kill. Nats eliminates Bone Cold, but it's CNET in a 1v2. He's dangerous to flank, though. Is he aware of it? No. The timing perfect by Redgar to close this round out and put Gambit back on the board. A spectacular comeback. Viper's pick goes up. It's a completely different game. And it's this man here that did a damn good job of slowing them down. I don't know how he survived.
That's what I was going to say. Like, the time that was wasted here is the reason that they don't...
Round this time, Zeke could even go a little bit more aggressive here. You can already feel him jumping over, and it's a bait for CNET to take Nats down. Wow, beautiful play. The Shadows is stuck behind this wall. There's a small gap for him to try and get through. Operators seem to be the dominant force of this match so far. CNET on top just about misses, and that gives the opportunity here for Gambit. They are only one behind. The res brings it up into their favor a little bit more, but Starzo completely ruins any hope they had of that one.
Thankfully, at least for kyedae, his teammates had his back.
Now that's going to be the plant down for sure, and a retake for Gambit with weak weapons on the B site and losing players right through the wall. Zeke's taken two of them without even seeing, and okay, Defo shuts him down, but there's plenty of players left to hold on to this one. CNET tagged up, and the Sheriff desperately trying to find something. Shock darts on the way through, but there is no one to follow up on them. Redgar. Oh my, okay. A quick double. He knows there's another player close, but just can't get it across the line. 6 for Acend, but once again, it's not clean, Tom. That's the problem.
La 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 la. Sorry, didn't hear anything. CNET, though, he's got lots of kills. In fact, he might have enough for the both of them. He's going to win that opener once again. Just thriving on the attacking side. Chronicle, he couldn't see a thing. Just pre-fired the angle in the hopes of finding something, and he's getting more and more aggressive this time. Isn't able to dismiss away. That's Mitch's sign that kyedae is now on the board. And well, I don't know if it was necessarily the difference maker, but it now puts Nats
no, that was all
to a 1 versus 4.
That was all kyedae. His round right there. Let's see. He's going for more, going for double, but kyedae can't get there in time. Damn it.
The replay op finally got a few seconds to breathe after what was a stacked first half from the double jets. Already, we're going to have a brawl in the early stages of the round. Really nice shot dart coming in from kyedae, and Zeke! He's just going to shut it down with CNET. An easy pistol round, it looks like, as Nats again, well, it looked like he was almost setting up for the afterplant. Not really going to be much of an afterplant at all, as he's now going to try and kill everybody remaining. Maybe at least get closer to the Viper's pit. Would be nice. No, nothing.
No consolation prompt to force buy. We are most likely looking at 9 rounds on the board. Such great shock darts there from kyedae. My God. But now that there's a rotate in, that there's 3 players on the A side, soon to be 4. They don't really have a great stance when it comes to a lot of these fights. Bone Cold no longer taking the double damage. He can survive another shot or a shock dart in. And this is looking like it's going to be very clean indeed. Only CNET that falls. You couldn't ask for a better follow-up round. That right there is an average Jonas lineup. Make sure to learn that one well. kyedae's up close. Going to be challenged. Nice stuff. Gambit open up.
But again, this is Gambit all over. Slow, methodical. They have players watching. No chance that Bone Cold gets past that angle without a bullet hitting him in the face. This is...
It's very uncharacteristic when you think about, at least for you and I, Tom, what you think of with CIS teams, but CNED's coming in.
30 seconds left.
Catching them from behind. Nat's already down. Player up above's being spotted. There's a little bit of pressure on Gambit. Been a very good early round. They get their post plans, but now they don't really have any ground of their own. They're kind of stuck in the middle of all these players, and CNED and Starzo are shutting them out. Okay, Defo manages to return another, but the numbers are now just equalized, and Zeke does well to find one, heals himself up. It's going to be the battle with Defo, but he's only 8 HP. He needs the headshot as he comes around the corner, and the dash is not going to work out. Zeke, somehow... Where do they take it from here? The wall put down very early. It's something we see FPX, you know, they would still have their wall at this stage. And keep it for the late round and give them more options on where they want to go. But obviously with it being a weaker round, they want to just fake out that control on the B side and then go up through tube in through middle.
I think it's more likely that the Angel dies with the wall than places it early. With
Definitely.
what we see with him, it's more likely it never gets placed at all. Now, Killers, that's an important spot, but this is a really awkward position. Luckily, he's got a man alongside him who doesn't really
left.
miss. And see you later. There's no way the Bone Cold missed a shot. A little bit of revenge for the last round, I guess. 11-5. Ascend.
Start of the round. We saw Bone Cold with the A push and get caught a couple ago. Oh, CNED somehow stays alive. I could watch that 10 more times and I still wouldn't understand how, and I feel like that's going to have big impact later on in the round. Hit behind the wall. Nice shot. Defo's down. The trade is in, though. It's going to be on Zeke. 10 seconds left for that spike to be planted. They have to get it done here and now. I'm caught on the crossover. There is no way. 12-5 after an impressive Hunter's Fury and the Blade Storm could be a very dangerous set of abilities to have on. Oh, here's the wall up eventually, and they're not ready for it. kyedae gets rushed down. Great play by Gambit. Had the option before and avoided it. Now the dash into sight. CNED knows there's a player below. Has to dash out of the way. Knives out. And somehow Zeke is just destroying them. CNED delivers the knives to Defo's head. And Shados is the last man standing. He has to hold on in a 1v4. And it is not happening. 13-5. That will be the Masters 1 champions as the first team to lock in their place as an EMEA representative in Berlin for Masters 3. That